Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for episode 1 of Hell's Paradise. I did watch this on CrunchyRoll, but I watched the dub version. This is based on the manga by Juji Kaku. And in this episode, we meet at the center of our story Gavimaru the Hollow, a disgraced shinobi and prisoner of the shogun, the strongest and most ruthless assassin. He welcomes death but can't seem to die no matter what form of execution. Each failed attempt is recorded by a mysterious woman and his future executioner, Asemon Sagri. So I think it was really interesting to meet this reluctant protagonist at the beginning and seeing him kind of not only tell his tale but also go through all these all these ways to maybe try to execute him. I will say this is a pretty graphic anime, so be aware of that. But it is animated by Mappa, so I'll get into that in a minute. So after failing to die, Gabimaru receives a pardon on behalf of the shogun, but it comes with strings attached. In order to to get his freedom, he has to retrieve the elixir of life from a sinister island known as the Other Side. Now, Gabimaru definitely has his own motivations for this, which are kind of explained all throughout this first issue. And that's what makes this a really fun story. It is a very slow paced issue for the beginning of an anime because we get a lot of exposition about the world, about the society, the hierarchy. So it's definitely very interesting. I would like to go back and see how many issues of the manga this covers, because normally manga chapters, the first one's usually longer, so I would think maybe it only encompasses that, or maybe they're grabbing a few things from some other issues. Now, as I mentioned, Maba is animating this, which was one of the things that really led me to want to watch this and check it out. I will say, the reason I hadn't seen this, not only because the dub wasn't out yet, but the reason I didn't check out the first issue or the first episode when it came out is Crunchyroll has like these little preview, like each show has its own little poster, and the one for Hell's Paradise did not call my attention. It was not a very good. I didn't think it was a very good design on the Crunchyroll website. Now I don't know where that comes from. Whether that's got to be from the studio or the marketing department from them. But yeah, that was not. It didn't call to me. It wasn't like Masho and Muscles and Magic. Like that one's very much like in your face about what's going on, and the name. I mean, the name's pretty cool, Hell's Paradise, but yeah, the poster on Crunchyroll just seemed like overcrowded with characters that I didn't really care much for. But nevertheless, Mappa's, their animation style, it's a really interesting approach. They use a very light, almost like water-based, watercolored, like when they're trying to build the lore, like all these mysterious lands and these flashbacks, which really contrasts with the more dynamic, vibrant colors of the main story. So that was really neat to see. I want to go back and read the manga once this is done to check out how that differs, or how Kaku's approach to the art, maybe differs from the animation. But from what I've seen online, the anime really adapts some of these scenes from the manga, like just with a lot of fluidity, and it's just a great translation from the page to screen. Overall, the anime just captures the characters' personalities very well, especially in episode 1. Mainly focusing on Gabimaru, which not only is he a really cool assassin, and somebody that we know has a lot of hidden strengths for now, but also as a husband who feels like very deeply for his wife. Like we definitely get to see that in the conversation. So we see him being like a strong and stoic type, but also this loving person that he can be. As I mentioned, the pace of the first episode was pretty slow. Like everything was building very well, and it just kind of crescendos into like this really cool conclusion to the first episode that just sets the stage for some really interesting monstrous chaos, as we've seen it before. So Hell's Paradise for sure. This episode sets the stage for a lot of stuff that we're going to showcase in the upcoming episodes, and there's a lot of really cool potential Like I said, I haven't read all of Juji Kaku's story, but so far this episode has proven that Mappa is just the correct studio to adapt something like this. And I'm very excited to check out the rest. So if you have read this or seen it, let me know what you thought about the adaptation. And like I said, I'll be watching the dubs, the voice cast for the dub. I think it's very fitting and it just works out very well. I really enjoy that. I may go back and check it out again in the original Japanese. But let me know how are you guys watching this on dub and sub. I know this is a little behind on the dub, so that's always kind of the downside. You have to wait a little bit longer than most. So, but because I was already behind on this, I didn't mind. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.